I was thinking to request the minister to reply, but there are 2-3 speakers. If they don't insist much, then only the debate can be finished by 4:30. May I request the Honorable Minister to reply to the debate?
I would like to speak, sir.
Sir, how can you have such a haste? It's an unparliamentary haste, sir. We must consider
Mr.
the bill that
Banathwaga,
is there. The bill has not even gone to the standing committee and all that. Here it is a bill
Mr. Banathwaga ji, I have taken the sense
We
of
have
the
always
House.
cooperated, but this haste, I would submit, will be unparliamentary haste.
If you think so, then we can go ahead with, there are 3 speakers before me. The debate will have to be postponed to some other day.
That is a different thing. You regulate. We don't mind. But then let there be no haste.
You are aware, Mr. Banathwaga, that a few minutes back the House agreed that this debate has to be concluded today. Therefore, I just suggested
At the cost of the members, sir?
Please,
At the cost of the members?
please sit down. More unparliamentary, you go on speaking when I am talking to you. Please sit down.
Sir, please,
Shri Banathwaga now.
please hear our voices also.
I will continue the debate for 5 minutes more, and at 4:30 I will start the discussion on
Sir,
internal
I
security.
need about 5 minutes to speak.
Yes, sir, you will be given.
Yes.
But not today. Next day. Yes, Banathwaga ji.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I endorse and support the principle of the bill, though in matters of detail and important details, there are certain differences. As far as the principle is concerned, sir, I support the bill. At the outset, I would like to state India is the largest democracy of the world. The basis of democracy is the right of the people, of the citizens to vote and the right of the citizens to contest elections. It is strange that this right to vote and to contest election, which is at the basis of democracy, is not a fundamental right in our country. It is a mere legal or statutory right at the mercy of enactments that may be passed by a simple transient majority in the parliament. It is a very unhappy situation. I would therefore first like to emphasize the need that participation in an electoral process should be made a fundamental right. Sir, coming to the bill, an important aspect of the bill is to add to the number of offences which may lead to disqualification of the person from contesting elections. Offences under certain enactments have been added in this particular bill. Sir, here I would like to point out that by mere legislation, the question of or the issue of criminalization of politics cannot be fully addressed. Two things are necessary. In the first place, there is need for a political will and a total non-partisan attitude on the part of the government with respect to the entire situation. We come across this phenomenon that there are individuals challenging the law. There are individuals vitiating even the communal atmosphere in our country, and totally they go scot-free for reasons that they may be of the same party or in the same parivar as the ruling party. If they are not brought to the books, if they are not brought to the court and convicted, then the whole bill, the whole bill, the provision of the bill, the provision of the act disqualifying them does not come into operation. Sir, this situation must end. While there should not be a misuse of the powers, at the same time it is necessary that those guilty of heinous crimes should be prosecuted, should be brought to the books, and a non-partisan attitude should be taken rather than a Nelson's eye being turned to their activities. It is when they are brought to the books, it is when they are prosecuted, it is when they are convicted, that then only the question of their disqualification will come up.
Mr. Banatwala ji, you will be on your X and we'll go ahead with the discussion on internal security.
I may be permitted to continue whenever this bill is
Yes, you will
taken
be
up
allowed to
next.
continue. You will be
Finish this bill. It will take only 10 more minutes after Mr. Banatwala is finished. I am the last speaker on the subject. Let us finish with it.
See, if the House agrees, only 2 speakers will be permitted, Mr. Banatwala and Mr. Mann. And thereafter, the minister will reply and we can finish this bill. But it depends on the House. What
नाम है सर, देखा ना जाए।
तो इसी-
असली तब बिल के हम ना भेद खोलेंगे।
मैंने
असली
सोचा-
बिल के भेद खोलने के लिए तो हम बैठे हैं।
मैंने आपके तरफ देखा ही नहीं आज.
ये हमारा नाम है।
3 speakers, then I think it is.
Go on, Mr.
मैं तो
Banatwala.
किसी पर अन्याय नहीं करना चाहता हूं, बट आप 2-3 मिनट में पूरा करना चाहते हो तो हो सकता है.
You carry on, Mr. Banatwala. He's asked you to carry on.
Possible now, because everybody will be getting up and asking for the time.
No, but these 3 gentlemen had already given their names, and therefore I have to ask.
That's right. And the
No more
minister
speaker
will
will be
reply and all those things.
Sir, the internal
तो
security.
मैं सोचता हूं कि आज पूरा करना ठीक होगा. 2-3 मिनट आप भाषण करिए, ज्यादा मत बोलिए, नहीं तो बिल पूरा नहीं होगा. Please.
Mr. Speaker, sir,
So I think this is the sense of the House. Please carry on.
there is another important point, and that is, on the one hand, we require a government that has the political will and a non-partisan attitude. On the other hand, we should have the individuals who respect democratic conventions and the democratic propriety, the parliamentary propriety, and then only we can have an ideal situation. A parliamentary propriety, democratic convention demands that when a person faces serious charges framed by a court of law, then he should not contest elections. Conviction may come later on. But if there are charges framed by a court of law, then propriety demands he should not contest elections. Propriety demands that if he is a sitting MP or an MLA or a minister, he should tender his resignation. But here, we are sorry to find that even at the national level, not 1, not 2, but three central ministers are there in the cabinet, accused of the heinous crime of demolition of the Babri Masjid. But no resignation from them. The point of propriety. Not 1 but 2 courts of law. Not 1 but 2 courts of law came to the conclusion that there is prima facie evidence. The court proceeded to frame charges, but there were certain technical loopholes. Therefore, we see that there is a necessity for 2 things, namely, number 1, a non-partisan government to see that those flouting such laws which entail disqualification are really brought to books and no Nelson's eyes turned towards them. And secondly, we should need individuals respecting democratic conventions and the propriety. Sir, I will conclude by saying that we have a strange phenomenon. That important commissions like minority commissions, human rights commission, concerned citizens tribunal, they go on saying that a particular person, even the chief minister of a state, is responsible for genocide. And yet such persons go scot-free, moving about, not merely participating in the campaign with accusations of genocide, not merely participating but leading the campaign. Such is the unfortunate nature of our democracy. I have an amendment.
Please conclude.
I have also given notice of an amendment on that particular point. Sir, a last point, and I conclude because of the haste over here, and that is that an offence under this Prevention of Terrorism Act is also brought under the bill to disqualify a person. Our views about Prevention of Terrorism Act is well known. It's not for the purposes of defense of the terrorists. I have made my submissions at the time when that particular bill was there before the House and the joint sitting. But here we have in the Prevention of Terrorism Act a law which is a lawless law against all the settled principles, respected principles, or well-established principles of jurisprudence.
Please.
And now that is the need is to repeal such a law. And here even that is also being included. Sir, there is a need for further strengthening of the bill. There is a need for seeing that such things as a nominal fine for some simple conviction should not result in a disqualification. These are various factors that need to be considered, and I hope that the House and the government considers them seriously.
Sivaranjit Singh Man.
Mr. Chairman, sir, thank you very much for giving me some time to speak on this very, very important legislation.